Welcome back to our Mishnah Berurah learning. We're in Siman Reish Samech Bet. The next piece we're going to look at is the joy with which we welcome Shabbat. V'yismach b'biyat Shabbat ki yotzei likrat hamelech u'ki yotzei likrat chatan v'kala. We are striving to experience the level of joy, getting to that place of true joy that we would have for greeting a king or celebrating with a bride and a groom. That's the level of joy that we want to have when we're welcoming Shabbat. And Mishnah Berurah explains this. We get a cool liturgical moment to get a little bit of understanding around what we do on Kabbalat Shabbat on Friday night. So he says, "Biksat mikomot nehagin letzeit mibeit haKnesset lazara v'amrim bo v'nitzei." That there was a practice that some had in places where they would actually leave the Beit Knesset. They would go out of the shul in order to they would step out of that davening space to greet Shabbat. And Mishnah Berurah explains ve'anu nohagim, but we have this other practice, which is shemehafchin pneihem, that we turn around so that we can say boi v'shalom, that we can welcome Shabbat as that kala or as that chatan or as that melech, and this is referring to in L'chadodi at the end of L'chadodi, we stand up, we turn around, and we greet the Shabbat as a kala, and v'nuhagim la'amod az v'lasot zugma k'mo shemekapel pnei adam gadol. This again says we stand at this moment so that we were setting this example of physically reminding ourselves what it is to receive like a very important person, or to feel that level of joy, awe, reverence. And then the Mishnah Berurah goes on to give insight into how we actually don't have L'chadodi in this way in Kabbalat Shabbat when it's Yom Kippur or when it's other Yamim Tovim. Ber Hasiv explains that this is because we have the Neshama Yatera, the extra soul that we get on Shabbat, which we don't have on other holidays. So rather we just say Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat when they coincide, and then we have Baruch Hu. So that's another clip insight into the liturgy of why we make the decisions we do. I want to pull out of this that there is a depth in being able to reflect on our relationship with tefillah and how it connects to Shabbat. It is important to think about the ways in which we'd go to shul, and do we go on Friday night? Do we want to go more on Friday night? Do we go primarily toward the end of shul? Do we want to come earlier? The fact that the liturgy is there to help us better internalize these values, that we don't just stand up for no reason at the end of L'chadodi. We are physically trying to show that we are welcoming the bride of Shabbat and bring about this joy within ourselves. I think that we don't often relate to tefillah as an opportunity, v'yismach b'Shabbat, b'viyat Shabbat, that this is a moment to really bring joy for Shabbat, and that's actually something that we can incorporate into our davening all the time. The emotions of the moment of really being fully present in our tefillot. So as we continue in our learning together, I just want to encourage us to reflect on how our halachic practice intersects with our prayer lives, and what would it look like when we say Kabbalat Shabbat this week, wherever we are, to feel that kind of joy, to allow ourselves to step into that kind of joy that the halacha is encouraging us to create.